everybody. Hey, we're live. Hey, by the way, the writers for movies and TV are on strike. They're looking for fair payment and residuals from all platforms of content distribution. Now, I am the only writer for the show's monologue here. So in solidarity with those writers, the jokes tonight will be extra crappy.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online. And though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian Jeff Wayne's voice, plus funny songs from John Trentes and a Patti melt from Patti Vasquez, and much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Yes, it could just be Jeff Wayne's voice tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That will be, we're going to be radio coming up, so that'll be great. Welcome, friends. It's the Virtual Comedy Show, an experiment that we've been conducting for the last 3 years, in which the data has proven, now there is quantity over quality, and there is quality over quantity, but on this show, quality and quantity have nothing to do with it. We're more procrastination into panic. Okay. It's hard to have tough words in the monologue when you're tired. So welcome everybody. We're hoping Big Daddy Jeff Wayne gets some video by the time he gets on. I'm Brad Tassell, and we have our true talents, Steve Goodie and Patti Vasquez, here tonight, of course, the stars of our show. And they pick up the pieces after I've screwed up everything. And we have one of the greatest comics ever, at least his voice, Jeff Big Daddy Wayne, who's been on everything and everywhere. And one of the greatest musicians ever to mush. It's John Trentes, everybody. So let's hear it for John Trentes.
Yeah.
And yes, you may all know the writers' strike is in full swing. Who knows that? Anybody? Yep.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, it affects all those in the Writers Guild of America, which oversees everything on TV and film that you see. So right now, none of the late night shows have writers. No new scripts are and nothing's in production that doesn't already have scripts. And if you're wondering what the writers want, it is a piece of the billions in streaming revenues that the movies make. Their contract gives them residuals for resales, but not YouTube, Facebook, which now is a large portion of the income of many shows. And I believe the best way to end the writer's strike is a TV show hires me to be a writer. And after about 5 minutes, I'd lower the bar so far the networks would be begging to have the pros back. And I will start at $22,000 an episode. So, okay. So let's see what it would look like to hear the jokes on those shows by doing the jokes that I found on the back cover of a Reader's Digest of 1982. Here we go. 1982 in the back cover. Hey, well, they ran the Kentucky Derby on Saturday into the grave. Wow. Seven horses died the week leading up to the race. And 3 called in to say they're waiting on a negative COVID test before they left the house. The eventual winner of the race was Mage. Isn't that how I say that? Mage, right? The horse was a 15-1 long shot, and it caught the 2 fills in the home stretch across the finish line. All the while, the other jockeys could hear Mage's jockey going, "You could be number 8. You could be number 8." Better win. Okay. That was a very macabre joke. Hey, did you all hear this? About 100 Kentucky McDonald's's have been caught working children as young as 10. Some of them on school nights until after 10 p.m. and many without pay. Wow. The group that owns the restaurant said They said, hey, we believe in equality here in Kentucky. It doesn't matter if you're 10 or as old as 12. So it's okay if they work and let their husbands stay home with the babies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Glad Patti wasn't here for that joke. Hey, this is interesting. On an off note from the jokes, a buddy of mine worked what they call a bliss cruise. Who's ever heard of a bliss cruise? You know what that is?
No.
No. It is when swingers buy the entire ship and they just go around rubby, touchy, pokey all over the ship because they buy the whole thing.
Oh, okay then.
Lock off areas and they just go cabin to cabin. It's fun. Isn't that fun? Isn't it? People ask why they call it a bliss cruise. I think it's because the first thing they do when they get home is look for blisters. Oh, good. It's an ooh week. I'm so thankful. Now, I have heard that some people try and swing on regular cruises and they have a secret sign to let others know that they want to swing and that's their interest. Does anyone know what the sign is that they
Pineapple.
Upside down
Right.
pineapple
Otherwise,
on the door
it's
of their cabin?
Otherwise, it's a SpongeBob thing.
How do you know?
Yeah.
So Steve has been on a few cruises, I see. So it's an upside down pineapple on the door, which seems like the exact wrong fruit to use. I don't know. I don't know if I want a thorny pineapple shoved anywhere. What about bananas or cucumbers or eggplant or a peach? Is that too obvious or something? Did they have a meeting? You know, okay, we need a swinger sign. Let's get the most painful fruit possible. How's that sound? I was like, I suggest the coconut. I don't know, Phil. Coconuts are kind of hairy and hard to open, like your wife. She was a downer last cruise. Got one guy. Hey, we could do a kiwi. How about a kiwi? That's a little fuzzy. I don't use the kiwi, but it signals you want to go down under, is what that is. Okay.
Or banana.
But that's what I said. What about a banana? Or maybe that's too obvious, an eggplant. I can see him at the meeting. Okay, can I get a second on the pineapple? Yes. How about a third? Okay, now we've got three. We've got a threesome. Okay, here we go. Okay, sorry, that was a little digression aside. Let's get back to the hilarious jokes. Hey, did you see this? In more Chat GPT AI news. By the way, I think there's going to be a lot of this in years to come. By the way, Chat GPT, until I get a message from Chat GPT that says they're holding my cat and they won't release it until the jokes stop. Okay, so good luck, Snuffles. Here we go. So in Chat GPT news, it has proven itself better at picking winning stocks than every fund manager and financial guru. Did you see that? 38%. 38-1, it picks better stocks than all fund managers. The bot beat the human stock pickers by more than 5%, which was proven by the fact that Chat GPT is now self-driving Alexis.
Alexis.
What's Alexis?
No, who's Alexis? Never mind.
Who's Alexis? She was the girl from the Schitt's Creek.
Right. She got an upside down pineapple.
That's right. I wish. I don't. You could. I'm married. I'm fine.
Things got weird.
Let's get back to something here. Hey, the MTV movie and TV awards aired yesterday, which is apropos since they haven't played music in 35 years. Tom Cruise accepted his golden popcorn statue while flying a plane to another award show he cared about. Some wondered if the show would be hampered by the ongoing writer's strike, but when asked, an MTV executive said, "What's a writer?" Is that like that green M&M thing?
Yeah.
I'm going to skip the next one because it doesn't make sense. Actually, I'll tell it to you, but it doesn't make sense. Bronny James is the son of LeBron James, and he's committed to the University of Southern California. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
There was a bit of a funny moment when the young James was signing to the school, and he actually wrote a check. And the dean said, "No, you're not You're not buying the school. You're just coming to play here. Does that make sense? I'm sure that makes sense. They're just so rich they could buy this. They own a college. They own. Okay. There's a lot in there. Hey, SNL was supposed to have a new show this last weekend with host Pete Davidson, but the show had to be canceled, not because of the writer's strike, but because Pete had slept with the entire cast's mothers and it became awkward. He likes older women. All right. Now I think we're coming down to the end here.
No.
Two more. A climate group was arrested in Italy when they dyed the water of Rome's famous Fontana di Quattro Fiumi fountain black. They dyed the water black. The activists were protesting how climate change and humans are destroying the clean water on the planet. Authorities in Rome now have to waste a bunch of fresh and clean water to wash the toxic dye from the fountain. And the protesters will sit in prison and try to grasp the irony of destroying the water in a fountain so that we can destroy more water. Okay. And last but certainly least, by the way, I wrote these jokes 10 minutes ago. Parrot, Chicago Improv is trying to join. Hey, it's Marshall and Nancy trying to join late.
Hey, guys.
They already know to come in after I'm done. I'm going to go back and do them all again for those two.
No.
Hey, Marshall and Nancy, if that's you and you're in.
Hey, guys.
Hey, you came in just in time for my last joke. Yes, son of a...
I'm sorry. I looked up virtual comedy show and there's like a million of them.
.com, virtualcomedyshow.com.
Yeah, I finally remembered that.
Okay. You and I'll talk later.
We have the smartest friends.
I know. Okay, I'm going to do one more, and it's going to be 3 in the morning.
Go ahead.
Parrots are learning to video chat with other parrots over iPads on FaceTime.
Nice.
The birds have learned to ring a bell every time they want to squawk with a pal. Mostly the birds are making calls. They have found that all they want is crackers, but none of them seem to have them. The other main thing that I heard was, so your name Polly too? Okay. There's Steve Goodie, everybody. Hi.
Yay.
Brad Tassell back in the US of A.
And next week I'll have punchlines.
Brad shows up, all the writers go on strike. That's
Now I'm looking to see if is our comedian. Nope, still no video.
So here's what I'm thinking. If it's okay with you, because I sent a chat, but you didn't answer, Janice, because you're busy knitting. Janice, is it okay if we just show you next to Jeff while he does his jokes? All I have to do is keep knitting, and we'll tell people that you're signing.
No, please don't.
No? All right. You don't want us to
Patty
do
says she can go first, but I don't know if that's the problem.
It's not going to help.
We may never have video. Well,
Nope.
Why don't you do your thing and we'll move on?
Yeah, that's what we'll do. Here we go.
All right.
Greetings from Nashville, Tennessee, where Taylor Swift dominated the entire city for 3 nights of concerts, sold over 200,000 tickets. Last night's show was the final performance, and it was almost entirely in the rain.
Oh, wow.
Meanwhile, I was at the Bluebird entertaining 90 people, nice and warm and dry. But as normal as that may seem for a huge superstar to have that sort of thing going on, there were some surprises at the 3 shows at the Nashville, what am I trying to say? The triumvirate, the thing, the Louisville, who cares? At the Taylor Swift concerts, let me start again. There were some surprises at the Taylor Swift concerts in Nashville, and that's what our category is tonight. Top 10 surprises at the Taylor Swift concert in Nashville. Number 10. She knows 4 chords now.
Oh.
Awesome. Number 9. 3,000 boomers misread the ticket and were expecting James Taylor. Number 8. There were 6 encores, all of them Kanye songs. Okay, he let her finish. Top 10 surprises at the Taylor Swift concert in Nashville. Number 7. The Gallagher Sledgehammer watermelon thing during Shake It Off was just weird. 6. There was way more use of the C word than anyone thought possible.
Country?
Yeah, that. Number 5. She smashed the guitar Pete Townsend style, and afterward the guitar looked relieved.
Oh.
Number 4. The entire show was klezmer.
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
And this is a side note, with Squidward on the clarinet and the ghost of Charlie Daniels on fiddle. All right. Number 3. 5-minute cameos from each of her exes made the show run 8 hours. Too soon. Number 2. And that's where 90% of the C words came from. And the number 1 surprise at the Taylor Swift concert in Nashville. She's 73.
Yay.
Hi,
Okay,
Brad.
so let me ask. So did she do more than one show?
Yeah, she did 3 shows in 3 nights.
Oh, but in the football stadium.
Yeah.
So she did like 300,000 people.
Well, let's do the math. 70,000 per show. Yeah,
Okay,
300,000
sorry,
people.
210,000 people.
210,000.
Stay in school, kids.
That is a lot of people. That's a lot.
The important thing is that our friend John Trentes just got home from the 3rd concert and he's joining us now. Hi, John.
Oh, yay, John.
He wore his hat, so he stayed dry. He's smart.
Full disclosure, I was nowhere near.
Ah, you're ruining the effect. All right,
Let's do it.
We're gonna do the intro, then you're gonna do a song, then I'll answer it somehow, and then you'll do another song. Here we go.
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest. It's time for our musical guest.
John Trentes just in from the Taylor Swift concert.
Not even. Speaking of ChatGPT, I did a really dumb thing. I introduced Siri to ChatGPT.
Oh no.
Now my iPhone's pregnant.
Good.
This is a song straight out of Tennessee. You get the urge to go swimming, you get to go to the hillbilly swimming pool. We got some great big girls in teeny bikinis, Brother Billy Bob's Grill and ballpark weenies. Everybody's laughing and a splashing and a drinking. Sidewalks hot enough to fry a whole chicken. Second cousin Judy's got a new tattoo. Her mama don't care cause she got one too. Drinking by the deep end, drinking sunshine. Just add water, it's a damn good time. Gets hot inside. Double wide, bacon like a pie. On the 4th of July. Ain't no window fan gonna keep it cool. So everybody's chilling at the hillbilly swimming pool. Woo! It's easy to find from the cardboard sign. So load up the kiddies and all your ex-wives. Yankee or rebel, don't matter where you're from. Jump on in, cause everybody's welcome. Gets hot inside. Double wide, bacon like a pie. On the 4th of July, ain't no window fan gonna keep it cool. So everybody's chilling in the hillbilly swimming pool. We got grandma's tater salad, grandpa's wine. Come and join the party cause the water's fine. No such thing as having too much fun. It's just about time for a beer run. It's hot inside. A double wide, bacon like a pie. On the 4th of July, ain't no window fan gonna keep it cool. So everybody's chilling in the hillbilly swimming pool.
Yeah.
yeah. gum. I like that.
I like that too.
Oh,
I was racking my brain for songs that have swimming pools or hillbillies or double wides. The only thing I could find was something with pie in it. A long, long time ago, I can still remember how the mirror used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could fit on my corduroy pants and even up my toenails with a file. But there'd be less space in the room with every cupcake I consume. Bad news on the dance floor, I couldn't take one step more. I can't remember if I cried when the woman that I fell on died.
You killed the
She
song.
sure tasted good deep fried with chips and slaw on the side. So bye bye chocolate cream pie. I'm as heavy as my Chevy and I'm 4 times as wide. Can't get down the hall without greasing my sides. I hate Weight Watching, but I'll try it. This'll be the day that I diet. Thank you very much. Back to John Trentes! I apologize.
well, I myself, I'm a recovering Republican. Means I didn't get on board with the whole fascist thing, so I guess I'm a Democrat now, and actually so are my cats. These are my actual 2 cats. This is Bucky, and this is Grammy. Sure, it was my birthday present. So.
Yay. Happy birthday.
Cats aren't supposed to be political, even though they're so fickle and critical. When they're playing with twine, they seem so benign. But baby, you ain't never met mine. Both my cats are Democrats, they hiss and spit at MAGA hats. Woke and liberal, there's no doubt. Call them pussies and the claws come out. They don't like conspiracies, only bowls of little friskies. Both my cats are Democrats. Cats come in 100 different colors. Each one is just as awesome as the others. There are so many hues between my 2, but the one they have in common is blue, blue, blue. Both my cats are Democrats, they hiss and spit at MAGA hats. Woke and liberal, there's no doubt. Call them pussies and the claws come out. They don't like conspiracies, only bowls of little friskies. Both my cats are Democrats. My kitties never shave their legs, that wouldn't look too good. They do lots and lots of catnip, they'd go vegan if they could. Well, it's not their fault, they're carnivorous. And spit at MAGA hats. Woke and liberal, there's no doubt. Call them pussies and the claws come out. They don't like conspiracies, only bowls of little friskies. Both my cats are Democrats. Both my cats are Democrats. Both my cats are Democrats.
Yeah!
Yay.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know
Well
where I
done.
am.
I'm sure Brad will join us any second now.
I will. I'm right here. I'm sorry. I'm
Where you
talking
go?
with Jeff
Where-
about his
where you go? You
non-camera
wanna see-
having.
You want to see hear the studio version of that and see the video. You can
Thefump.com. It's his premiere song on the Fump.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah. Excellent. Speaking of the Fump, the really I did last week, which got us kicked off Facebook,
Yeah.
premiering on the Fump tonight. I mean, tomorrow. Tonight at 2 in
That
the morning.
song will be on the Fump tomorrow.
Yep. You
No, it didn't get
betcha.
us kicked off. It got us a you can't force this to more people because of the adult nature, the pornographic nature.
Yep.
We've been banned.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
good.
enough about me. John, that was fantastic. Where can we hear you playing in the upcoming weeks and such?
Well, I'm going to be on the Fumpcast on Thursday night.
I'm supposed to be also, but I don't think I can make it because I will be on stage in
And I'll-
Chicago with Patti.
I'll be
Yeah.
with you.
Cool.
Lucky you, man.
But yay. Everybody should tune into that. The Fumpcast, I think that can be found at, where can that be found? I have no idea. Go to the
The link on
Fump.com.
thefump.com.
There's a link right there.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Oh, there it
Thanks,
is.
John. I was only feigning ignorance so you'd hold that up again.
Now we're gonna have to figure out what we're doing.
I have an idea. I have a great idea. So, all right, let's say goodbye to John. Thank you, John.
Bye, John.
Here's
Okay,
my
what's your idea?
My idea is this. We'll play my brother doing his half of Who's On First with no audio. So everybody can watch that while Jeff does his jokes, which we can't see.
Okay. Jeff, talk so we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
We can hear you.
Okay, I got a lot of.
See, here's
I got a
the
lot of.
look. I can add Jeff to the spotlight. There's just his camera doesn't work.
Yeah, I think it's good. So here's
It
what
works.
turn my brother off again.
I have a lot of props here. You know, I do a lot of side little stuff
Here's
to what I'm to do. I first I want to apologize to Brad. I guess I should have got in here an hour earlier because
Hang on. Before you do all that, let's do the intro for you, and then Brad and I will disappear, and then you kick it off with my
Wait,
brother.
how can I disappear if your brother's going to be there? You'll have to walk away.
Yeah, I'll walk. That's right. You disappear, I'll still be here, but I won't be visible. Okay, here we do this.
It's time for our big headliner.
His voice anyway.
Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner.
With my brother.
Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
Jeff Wayne.
yes, I'm ready when you are.
Your brother's not there, Steve.
You're right. Hang on. Okay.
Okay. Now go, Jeff.
Well, there is a Writers Guild strike here, so I really don't know if I should do this and cross the line. But first of all, I thank you for tolerating the fact that I'm originally from Kentucky, so all this makes sense. I mean, I have I go to my GED reunion once a year at Newport, Kentucky. This is an example of our public schools that work there. So anyway, I'll start by talking about drag queens. They're in the news today. I don't know what to say about drag queens because I have enough trouble with women's clothing, let alone men. Got a giggle? I'll go with it. I think Brad might have done this. We do the ships, and we were in Papeete and Tahiti. And the big deal there was there's nothing to do in Papeete, Tahiti. There's just nothing to do except go to the piano bar. And I asked, what's at the piano bar? And the guy said, well, they have drag queens there. I said, well, I don't know. He said, well, it's a $30 cover charge. I said, hey, look, I live in LA. I shop with drag queens. I'm not paying $30 to see one, okay? Oh, by the way, the Riviera, which is closed now, I used to be a headliner there. It's every place I worked in Las Vegas, the Dunes, the Sands, the Riviera, the Maxim, they've all been blown up and destroyed. I don't know if anybody wants to book me there anymore because I don't know how long we would have to get to it. But at the Riviera, the comedy club was there, and upstairs was La Caja Fall. Now, I'm just going to admit to you, I don't know what the fascination is seeing guys dressed up women. If you like it, God bless you. It just doesn't do anything for me. But the show was a big hit there, and people would just go crazy over the show. And I'm standing outside the comedy club, and the guys are coming down, and the ladies from the show. And this guy said to me, he had seen my show. He says, you got to see that show upstairs, man. The guy that does Cher, he's just like Cher. I said, I don't like the real Cher. Why would I want to see a guy? Now, I hope we can communicate because I know today everybody talks about your PPPs, right? Your preferred personal pronouns.
well,
Again, I'm from Kentucky. I didn't pay no attention in school. What's a pronoun? the opposite of an amateur noun. Conjugate a verb, I have no idea what that is. A dangling participle, which always sounded sort of nasty to me. I pay no attention to those things, you know. So, and I don't try to offend anybody when I perform. I just say what I have to say. And we got cancel culture going on. And now I know about cancel culture because I was married for 25 years and got canceled. But let me tell you what bothers me about cancel culture. And this is where I would have my prop. I got a can of Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs. When I was canceled by my wife after 25 years, me and Chef Boyardee got to know each other.
Oh, wow.
We were together every night, not just Chef Boyardee, but the ravioli. This was life. Well, as you know, recently, Aunt Jemima was canceled. Uncle Ben's rice was canceled. Miss Butterworth was canceled. I'm worried about Chef Boyardee. The Jolly Green Giant might be in trouble. I don't know. Is the Jolly Green Giant still around, by the way? Do you guys know? Do you
I
shop?
don't think so.
You remember him? They had the commercials. I don't see him on TV. He used to stand over the corn and pee. Ah! Okay. That was a Jerry Lewis tag that nobody did. I shall move on. Of course, I live in LA, where everybody's politically correct, and everybody's a Democrat, by the way. There are no Republicans in California. And so I'm constantly, and I don't care. You can be whatever you want to be. I'm just sort of like, I don't vote politics. I vote issue. What's the issue? That's the way I vote. But I have a lot of people that will come up to me. And my daughter teaches school when I go to some of these things, and somebody will say to me, "Are you woke?" I don't understand why you would walk up and challenge somebody like that. Are you woke? You know what I tell them? I'm broke. I'm broke. I'm not woke. I'm broke. Okay. It's like that commercial. What do you have in your wallet? Nothing. I have nothing. That's what's in me. I came to LA. I didn't have a nickel in my pocket. I'm $500,000 in debt. I have no idea where that money went. I have nothing. And so I tell people, I hear all the time when I'm watching the news, redistribute the wealth. I'm from Kentucky. We need teeth. Okay. Redistribute the teeth. The guys in Washington have those big smiles. Give us some of those teeth. They talk about income inequality. Now, this is where I do a little visual. You should just imagine. Income inequality is about some people have a lot of money, hand up. Some people have little money, hand down. What they want to do is take from the top, bring up the bottom, and then make us all equal. We will all be happy and wonderful. This is my problem. I've never had any money, all right? And my goal is to finally get some money, because my theory is rich or poor, it's nice to have money. I'm afraid that maybe I'll be discovered on this show. Somebody will be watching and go, who's the guy that doesn't appear? What's going on? Is he a pantomime? What's happening here? I'll get a big TV show, finally make a lot of money. And that's when they start income inequality. They'll take all my money away, and I'm right back where I started from. Okay, that didn't get any laughs. Here's something that's I have started dating, and I'm just going to say to you, a plus size lady, a large lady. Now, if a woman is attractive and she has curves, I find that attractive, okay? This woman has a good sense of humor, we're really getting along. She's got some bounce, if you know what I mean. And we trick each other. Oh, by the way, I want to go back to the money again. I want to tell you where I lost all my money. 2008 was the recession, 2009. I invested all my money that I had earned into the gold coins. That's where I lost all my money, because the gold coins had chocolate in them. Okay, go stuff.
Oh, God.
That made me think of my large Lolita. That's what I call her, my large Lolita, my 350-pound dove. Now, she's got a sense of humor. You know, she made it, and she calls me W.C. Fields, because she says I look like W.C. Fields, who, you know, he wasn't the most attractive man in the world, but I understand it. And so we get along, and we have a pretty good time. And she's got a great sense of humor. She'll turn to me and go, let's go wreck a buffet. Nothing from you people. The other night, this got a huge laugh. Now it's not getting a laugh. What am I going to do? This was her idea of fun, okay? So anyway, she's a person of faith, and you know, I believe, but I don't go to church. You know, she'll say, we got to go to church, and I'll try to sober up on Sunday and go with her. And I'm not sure what the next joke was actually, but was that 10 minutes?
Up to you.
I was having a tough time trying to get into this because you guys were all so funny, and I'm listening to you, and Brad is, you know, he's texting me about what to do. And Brad, again, I apologize, buddy. I should have been on here an hour before, but this worked last week. Maybe it's you. You know, I've seen this happen on your ship.
It's
On the ship,
probably me.
I've seen your guitar when it doesn't work on the ship. I've seen you on the ship when your jokes don't work. I've seen you when you don't work. Your wife has been carrying the load a long time, and we're getting tired of it. All right.
My guitar
It's time for
often
you to
doesn't
get back
work.
out there and start punching again, because you were in LA for a while, weren't you?
No.
I worked with you in Lake Elsinore.
Well, no,
25 years ago.
no, you worked. I used to come out there and work sometimes, but I never lived out there.
I thought you're in Kentucky now, right?
Yeah, I'm in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
You're reverting.
It's
You're
very much
reversing.
like Los Angeles.
Bowling
Now,
Green ain't nothing like
Steve-
I've been to Bowling Green.
Steve lived in LA for how many years?
8 years.
8
Set
years.
the place on fire, got out of there.
Yeah. I mean,
It's too much for the man. So I'm going back to where I came. How does it
I
feel to
was
be in the
a-
Confederate capital of the United States, Brad?
what
I
is
know
the
what's
capital of
going
the
on
United
here.
States? Washington, D.C.
The reason we can't
No.
hear, reason we can't
Bowling
see Jeff
Green
is because
was
he's
the
from the old radio
Confederate
days.
capital of Kentucky. Did you know that?
I'm sorry, what?
Bowling Green was the Confederate capital. Kentucky was a state that was 50-50. And Bowling Green was the Confederate capital there.
I thought they were considered neutral during the Civil War.
Well, some people considered them neutral. Some fought for the North, some for the South, but Bowling Green was the actual
Really?
Confederate capital. And just thought I'd throw that in because nothing else is happening.
Some
We should
people
move
also,
along.
some people
We should
also
move
thought,
along. Shut up, Steve. We're tired of you. Why don't you just... This guy's trying to take your show. He was out here for 8 years. He didn't cut it. Why don't he stop? Brad is a funny man. I've seen this man work with 5 people in a
you know, I
show.
could mute you, Jeff.
Well, you don't see me, so what are you going to do? You're going to mute me?
There's a mute button right here.
I've always been a Harper March fan.
Yeah, let's see how good you do. That was great, Jeff. You didn't actually mute him.
That's it for Jeff, everybody. He'll be back next week and we'll just see him, but we won't hear.
I might come back and I'll get it going just to show you that I actually made the effort to make this happen, because it is embarrassing from what I went through. And this is a brand new desktop. And like I said, I did this last week. The phone has worked before, but Brad, maybe it's some kind of energy. Maybe it's your tie. That's one of the worst ties.
I got the
You
IU
belong
tie.
in Kentucky with that tie. I'm just going to tell you that.
I
All
got
right?
the Indiana University tie on. Yeah.
You know,
You would make
what's-
a gay man vomit. It's just horrible.
What you might not know, Jeff, is all of our headliners apologize every week, so this
Yeah,
fits
so
right
it's-
Well,
Yeah,
thank
they
you.
always
Coming from
cash
you,
the
that's a
check.
great
Figure that
compliment.
out, so.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right,
Thank
Jeff,
you.
let's say goodbye, Jay.
Take care.
You know, Steve, we could have added, and I'm coughing. We could have had more improv this week. We got the improv.
We could have. We
We
didn't.
could have. All right, bring Patti in. Let's.
Hi, Patti.
Yay, it's Patti.
Hey. In front of my closet door. How's that? There you go.
Hey, for all those
Hello.
who are interested, which might include Liz and Kevin and my dad, I will be playing Tatas in Chicago with Patti on Thursday.
Yes. Back show. Hello, hello.
Just in.
This
Delaney's
just-
in Chicago too.
Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. All right, let's do your intro and
Patti,
then
how
let's
you
have some
feel?
melting. We need some melting.
Aces.
It's time for a Patti Melt with Patti Vasquez, Patti Vasquez. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, the folks refusing to wear masks says, and politicians getting caught grabbing asses. She's melting down. It's a Patti Vasquez, Patti Melt.
Patti Vasquez will be at Tatas, 5700 West Irving Park Road in Chicago on Thursday at 8 o'clock.
The Confederate government of Kentucky was a shadow government established for the Commonwealth of Kentucky by a self-constituted group of Confederate sympathizers during the. So it was basically both. Yes, it was a self-proclaimed, I think, capital. I'm sorry,
got it.
I'm a history dork, and I was like, I'm sorry, what was this? I mean, like,
Well,
part of
then
my
you're
degree
right.
was on the
You're right, though,
Confederacy.
right? It
Huh?
was the Confederate capital, though.
Kind of a self-proclaimed. It was a shadow government, and
Yes.
yes.
Yes. I mean, it wasn't Lexington. It wasn't, any of the other cities, it was Bowling Green. The western part of Kentucky, was the southeastern was like West Virginia.
It was not the capital of the Confederacy. It was the Confederate capital of Kentucky.
Yes, I said that. You didn't listen to me. I said of Kentucky. It was the Confederate, and they did have
Did
ceremonies.
everyone think he said the Confederate capital or just of Kentucky?
I don't know.
Kentucky,
Jeff
you did
units
say
for some
Kentucky.
reason. I don't know why. Go ahead.
The important thing is that we're arguing.
I have a degree in history, and I was like, this is bothering me. It's what? Here's the thing. I've been torn over melting or doing jokes because I got into an argument yesterday with somebody who maybe is of the conservative persuasion, who said, well, tell us, Patti, what's your solution to guns? I mean, are you going to confiscate them? And here's the thing. What do you mean? What do you want? For 10 years, for 20 years, for 30 years, we've said universal background checks, waiting periods, red flag laws, and there was a ban on semi-automatic rifles, like the ones that have been used to slaughter children in their classrooms and at malls, and people just going shopping or going to the synagogue or going to churches or going to a movie. Patti, tell us, what do the Democrats want to do to solve this problem? What are your ideas? Really? Are you genuinely asking? Because here's what it's going to take. You guys convincing each other. That's what it's going to take. We're done. We are out. I have not. You know what? This is all on Republicans. This is their problem to solve. And it's like, well, the Democrats are just nicer. If they knew how to use the right language, or if they just said it the right way, or just said pretty please, will that do it? No. You guys go ahead and do it yourself. Solve it yourself. No more of this like, well, what do you want us to do? No one said we wanted to confiscate guns. We know we can't go down the street with a giant magnet yanking guns out of hands and homes. We know that. It's not like we're going to solve it like that. I have shot firearms. I've been taught by FBI agents and CPD SWAT. Yeah, I have respect for a weapon. None of these people have respect for it if all they want to do is say that it's okay that a child is slaughtered in Uvalde, Texas, as long as you can have any gun you want. I'm hot. I'm sweating. I gotta go finish dinner.
Wow. Wait. I don't know where I am.
That was extra melty.
That was I'm
Melty in the sense of let's melt down all these guns.
Yeah.
You know
You can't-
where you can. People want guns in schools. They want guns in malls. They want guns everywhere. Except you know where they don't want guns?
At the NRA meetings.
conference.
Yeah. And at gun shows, you can't bring your own gun to a gun show.
Hey, and during the assault weapons ban with Bill Clinton, assault weapons went down like 400%. The use of them in any crimes. Now, handguns went up, but less people died. So, oh well.
There you go.
Seems
like we have solutions. But
we're not going to solve it. I know. So, and what are you making for dinner?
Oh,
And Patti left.
hang out with Jeff.
We are falling apart today. I can tell you.
This show is off the rails so much it's like every other show. It's
I know.
amazing.
All
All right, let's do the next thing, which I believe. Oh, I think I could do another song.
You're gonna do a
I haven't even
song,
think-
aren't you?
I haven't even been thinking about it. Well,
Oh my God.
I got 10 seconds to think of something.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
We have a reason this week.
I do. Well, let's see. Since I've been doing old stuff that I haven't done in 1,000 years, let's see if I can even remember this one.
No gerbils.
No gerbils.
Uh-oh.
Redneck singing in the dead of night. Belting out old Hank with all his might. He says, I ain't drinking Bud Light. They put something on the can that I don't really particularly like, even though I don't understand it. All right, that's enough. Let's go on to something else. Come on back, Brad. I've had enough. Where's
What do you want?
Brad?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where's
Wait a minute.
Brad?
I've
There's
replaced
Brad.
you.
Great.
Play the
All right,
thing.
it's time to beg for money. Let's do the begging for money thing.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover for a 2-drink minimum, so what did you expect, Jack?
Welcome to the Fuster Cluck.
I'm muting that. Go
And now
ahead.
I hear something going crazy. So this is the day when you go to virtualcomedyshow.com. Unlike Marshall, who couldn't find it.
Marty.
Couldn't find virtualcomedyshow.com. There's hundreds of them. No, there's not. There's only one. That's how websites work. There can only, it's like being in AFTRA. you can only get one name.
Yeah.
So if you go to virtualcomedyshow.com, now, if you search virtual comedy show, you're right. There's going to be 500 sites ahead of us because they all pay a lot of money to be number one.
But we were first.
I bought virtualcomedyshow.com, and that's where you go and click donate to the comedians. And then I guess just shut your machine down. But go there, send us some money, and then we'll buy Jeff a camera. It'll be fantastic. We'll send a technician to his house to teach him how to work his camera. I think what's wrong is his internal camera is not hooked up. See, Zoom thinks it's there. So there you go. So, and what else do we need money for this week? I can't.
Well, I was going to send my share to the anti-gun thing that I'm trying to remember, the Moms Demand Action thing. So whatever you send, at least a fifth of it is going to help get machine guns off the streets.
All right. Well, that's fantastic. So send us money and Steve will send his to that. I will not. I don't know why. I don't know why I said that. But so what the heck? Go to virtualcomedyshow.com, send us money. And this week, maybe Facebook won't ban the show because of a gerbil song.
Okay, time for the worst joke. Let's do that.
Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke.
Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
It'll be tough to get worse than what's been going on so far.
I want to see this.
You want to see? Okay, I wanted to wait till I was clear. Here we go. This might be the worst joke. 16-year-old high school senior Dennis Barnes, who received $10 million in scholarships to 188 colleges, has decided which offer he will accept for the fall. And that is from the hot wife of the dean.
Hey, that was the virtual comedy show. We learned a lot of stuff we didn't need to know. Like the Italian word for loud is fortissimo. Yep, that's what you get when you watch this show. Fascinating, isn't it? We have a lot of fun at the virtual comedy show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or going to the dump to watch stuff decompose. Keep coming back to the virtual comedy show. We hope you enjoyed the virtual comedy show. You don't have to dress up, no, 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 no. You can be like Brad and go commando. Every Monday it's the virtual comedy show. See you Monday at the virtual comedy show. It's at www.virtualcomedyshow.com. That's right.
I've gotten you out of your misery.